Hey there and welcome to the back office orientation video. This is for 2022 and it's the month of September. So we'll get going. If you notice, this is in my wife's account, guys, and I want to warn you right now, this video is going to be long. It's probably going to be an hour or an hour and a half long. So we're going to start with investments here, and we're going to start with the kind of the most commonly asked questions first. Okay, because the attention span of most people is under 5 minutes. So I want to get kind of the really important stuff out of the way within the first 5 minutes here, so I don't lose you guys. Okay, so we're on the investments page here under Forex market. She's got $82,000 now invested in the Forex market, so that's pretty awesome. We're going to shoot on down here, and you'll see all her little investments here. She's had this $51,000 for quite some time now, and then the all these little separate investments here she's had for 0 days. So basically just today and yesterday I put these investments in her account, which was another 31,000 or something like that. Okay, so we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about combining your investments, because that's actually the number one question people ask is, oh, Drew, how do I combine my investments? Guys, it's very, very simple. So what I do is I like to build my investments to $50,000 each. So right now I'm working on my fourth investment of $50,000. I've got two in my account and then one in here, as you can see, and then I'm working on the fourth one. So in this account here, right, will be another $50,000 investment. And so what I want to do is actually combine my investments together till they're 50,000. Okay, so for instance, my sponsor, he combines his investments together till they're 10,000, and he's got like hundreds of them because he's got $1 million investment account in Forex. So it's really up to you what you want to do, guys. Basically, what you want is you want every single investment to be making over $15 a month, because if they're not making over $15 a month, right, then that balance is going to be sent up to here. Okay, so remember that. That's the most important thing to remember, is every single one of my investments needs to make over $15 a month. So every 30 days, it needs to make $15. Okay, if it doesn't make $15, it's not going to compound. Okay, it won't create a new investment for you from your earnings, and you can't compound if that's not going to happen, right? So what I want to do, for instance, I've got $123 up here. So if I was to go, and we'll actually do this, if I was going to go and make an investment of 123, so it'd be like $115, because we got to think of that $5 fee. So if I make that $115 investment, okay, send the code, and then I pop this code in here, and this is actually what I'm showing you guys in the video below. So I want you to kind of watch this video and then check your S-Wallet for those funds to come through, and they're probably there right now actually. But just keep on checking back and forth, and then you can come back to this video later and watch it, right? Because the one below is actually more important, because it actually shows you how to invest. But there, I just made another investment, and if I refresh the page, there, we've got $3 up there now, okay? So this investment here and this investment here, okay, none of them are going to make $15 a month. Okay, $115 is not going to make $15 a month at an average of 12.3 is the average for the last like 5 years, right? It's not going to make $15 a month. Okay, $200, still probably not going to make $1,500 a month. $300 to $500, most likely you're around $15 a month at 300, and then definitely at 500 you're over $15 a month for sure. So what I want to do is just add these investments into my $29,000 here that I'm building up to $50,000. Okay, for sure the $1,000 investment that I have here, it's going to make $15 a month, but I might just add them together. So when is the best time to add them together? Because the monthly income balance actually earns as well. Okay, so you got to kind of plan this out and think about when's the best time to combine your investments together. So either you want to combine them together, like this perfect scenario here, where they're all on day 0 and they haven't started earning yet, because you start earning in 3 days. You'll learn that in the video below as well. Today's a perfect day to combine these guys together, or on day number 29 is another perfect day to combine them together, right? Because it resets, as in it's going to create a new investment for you the very next day. anyways, right? So why not combine on day number 29 or 30 before it actually does a reinvestment for you, okay? So as you can see here, this reinvestment date is the 30th of next month, okay? This reinvestment date here is the 30th of next month. This here, I've got the reinvestment turned off. So it says the reinvestment date here, okay, is actually the withdrawal date, okay? So it's going to give me a withdrawal on the 2nd of September 2022, which is, if we look at this, it's like a day or two away, okay? So the 2nd is the Friday, okay? So probably on the Thursday night there, so tomorrow night, it's going to give me a withdrawal because that would be the 30th day, okay? When the server switches over, okay? And the server switches over at about 5:30 EST, and we get paid, on average, we're getting paid roughly around 9:10 EST, okay? Which is not really important. You guys will just you'll pick up on that stuff there. So this has 29 days. So basically one more day, and then this balance here, because I have my reinvestment turned off, this balance here is going to go up here to my withdrawal balance because I've hit my investment goal of building a $50,000 investment. This is a 30 days earnings. Well, it's got one more day of earnings, so it's probably like $4,300 or something like that, USD, right? Is that 30 days earnings from the $51,700? It's going to shoot that balance. So this monthly income balance is going to shoot up here, and then I can do a withdrawal. Okay, so when you're compounding and building, really you don't want to be withdrawing because it just slows down on your building. Okay, so I'm not going to be withdrawing anything from these investments here because I want to compound the earnings and build it up. Okay, so what do I want to do now, guys, is I want to go, and you can click on select all, and then, of course, I don't want to combine this one in there, so I'm going to unclick that, but I want to combine all these guys here together. Okay, so I'm going to go click on combine. It's going to combine. If I had any balance in there, it would send it up to here. Okay, so you want to make sure, if you're going to do that, you want to make sure you have a balance of $105 so you can buy another investment and you don't have any little chump change sitting on the side. Like if I had $40 that I had made, it would send that $40 up to here, and I can't buy an investment with $40. So make sure you at least have $105 in your earnings in the investments that you're combining together. Okay, so you notice there, when I combined all these guys together, now this investment is $30,438. It didn't send my $4,016 that I have in this 29 days of earnings here from this $50,000 investment. It didn't send it up there because I didn't combine it together. I combined all those little investments together. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. Whenever you combine, you got to, put your brain into it as well. And because if you make a mistake, right, I could have made a mistake and combined 51,000 with 30,000, and then I'd have, what is that, $82,000 of an investment there, and then I'd have to wait every 30 days to withdraw the profits from that. Okay, so that's why you want to kind of stagger your investments. If you're thinking you're not going to build your account big, like you're not going to build it to say you're not going to build it to $50,000, then what I would recommend you do is making your investments smaller. Okay, so don't have a goal of making your investments $50,000. Make your investments like say $3,000 each, and then have 4 $3,000 investments, and then you can withdraw weekly out of the system. If you have 4 $3,000 investments, you're withdrawing the profits from $3,000 4 times a month. Okay, so then you get a passive income that's weekly. Okay, so you can kind of see that's what I do if you watch my videos. I'm working on the 4th account now, but 4 $50,000 investments. So then once a week, I get a nice big juicy withdrawal of like 5,000 to 6,000 Canadian, right, from just my passive income through investing. Okay, so that's the most commonly asked question there. Guys, if you're like, I don't understand what he's saying, what is he talking about? Just watch it again. I don't really know of a simpler way of explaining it. It's just to make sure that all your investments, like each little investment, is making over $15 a month. Always remember that your monthly income balance earns as well. So the bigger it is, the more you're making. Okay. So if I was to go and withdraw this from this 50K every single week, right? Remembering that, hey, if I just buy another $100 investment and then combine them both together, it'll send my monthly income balance up to here. So I could withdraw every week if I wanted to from that one investment, but that just means that I'm not getting the full potentials of earnings. So when someone asks me, hey, Drew, how do you make the maximum amount of profit in S Group? It's really simple, guys. Withdraw once a month. When you're ready to withdraw once a month. Don't withdraw every single week. Okay, if you withdraw once a month and you have $50,000, think about it. Tonight, in tonight's earnings, guys, I'm earning off an extra $4,016, right? Which is a lot. Like, this is more than most people's startup investment is, when most people come in, they're testing out the system with like $100 to $500, right? So I'm actually earning off, here I can tell you, we'll just add this up, right? So even though that investment says $51,763, in reality, tonight, I'll be earning off, you guys already know what I'm doing, but I'll be earning off this amount of funds, right? Is this here. Okay, which is pretty exciting when you think about it. Just because I'm being patient and I'm only withdrawing once a month from each of my investments, that now I'm earning off $55,779. So I'll earn probably an extra, if this was just $50,000, right? Now it's $55,700 and whatever. And if we earn, say, 0.50%, I would earn an extra like $20 or something, right? In one day. So in reality, guys, that really adds up. Okay. If you're thinking of it on a daily basis, 5 days a week, it adds up. It adds up to, hundreds of dollars per week if your investment's big. Okay. So that's the number one question, guys, is how do I make the maximum amount of profit when I want to start withdrawing? Is withdraw once a month out of here. Just let the system do it for you. Turn off reinvestment. It's going to send the balance up here every 30 days. And then make sure when you're compounding and building, make sure that every single investment you have is earning over $15 a month. Okay. So for instance, make sure every single investment you have is bigger than, I would say, $500. Okay. So when you're testing out and stuff and you're just testing out with a $100 investment, don't worry about what I'm saying here because you're just testing out. You're not going to make more than $15 a month off a $100 investment. The $100 investment, like when I say in the video below about investing and stuff, that $100 investment, guys, is just for testing, and it's basically to get you into our EN chat group. Okay, so you can meet other members. There's 192 members in our EN group. In the Russian community, that's a small Russian community. Where's the big one? Here's the big one here. So in this Russian community here, and you can come in here, guys. You're more than welcome. Just ask me if you want to come in. You can use the translator. That's what I do. And you can see what they're saying, right? Any kind of big announcement will be announced in our English community as well. But the Russian community is fun to be in because there's 22,000 people in here, okay? And remember, they're all active. They all have funds in S Group, okay? In our English members active group, because it's only been going for 2 years, guys, there's 192 people in here, okay? So, keep that in mind. You want to get in those chat groups, guys. They help you out a lot. If you ever have a question and your sponsor, your upline can't answer that question, okay, we can just ask in the chat. I'm always in there, so I'll most likely answer your question, or my sponsor will answer your question. He actually works for S Group. He works for the support team in it, and he's the guy. He's actually the only person I know personally that has $1 million investment through S Group. I think he's got about $1.2 million invested through S Group, which is crazy. It's insane. Like, I don't even have $200,000 invested through S Group. So I'm getting there, though. I'm getting there, guys. Okay. So, yeah, guys, now we're just going to shoot through here. We're going to talk about all the different little tabs and stuff like that. Okay. So this is the dashboard page. When you first log into your account, this is what you're going to see here. You're probably not going to see anything when you first log into here. Like, this will all be zeros and stuff. And then your first day of earnings, you'll see some earnings and such. Your investment deposits are up here. So you can see my wife, this is my wife's account. She's only invested in the Forex market. When you're first getting started, like she's just getting started now, right? Like she's had her account for 2 years basically. You want to just focus on the Forex market, guys, because it's the most powerful way of creating income for yourself is the Forex market, because it's a passive income that you can compound without taking any more funds out of pocket. So for instance, you come in, you make your test of $105 or $120 or $200 or whatever. You test things out, you meet the other members, you're like, okay, you make an educated decision. Yeah, I want to go through with this. I want to do it. I'm going to put $5,000 into it. That's what I did, guys. Within my first 30 days, I made a goal. I'm going to have an investment of $5,000, okay? So I got my $5,000 in there, and that's what I started with. I started compounding and all that, and then you go to my YouTube channel and you watch where I am now. I'm blown away at the results, guys. It's crazy. So if you just focus on it and you build, you can turn $800 into like $4,000 or so in a couple of years. Okay. If you look at my brother's account, I show videos on it as well. It was the original investment in there was $770. And at this point right now, it's $3,500 and something dollars. And his account was started in December 2020. So, you can scale, depends with how much you're starting with, right? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you, which has nothing to do with the website, is the income calculator, because we're talking about profits and scaling and compounding. So that's another really important thing that you should have is the income calculator. So I'm actually going to open it up. If you want the income calculator, just message me on Telegram or Facebook, and I'll send it to you, okay? Message me on Telegram is what I recommend, because I can send it to you through Telegram. Facebook, I can't send it to you. So I'll just ask you, hey, message me on Telegram. But anyways, this is it here. It opens up in Google Drive, open with Google Sheets. Okay. And, this is what I recommend everybody have. So, it keeps you on top of your investment goals and all that kind of stuff. Guys, like if you go back and you watch my first videos that I made, like the first 100 videos or something, I'm like constantly showing this because I wasn't at my $50,000, like even one $50,000 investment just yet. So, you can come in here. I would always, when I first started, I'd put in $5,000 because that was my goal within my first 30 days was to get to 5,000. I keep this thing at 10%. The average income over the past 5 years of S Group since 2018, so 4 point something years, is 12.3%. I keep this thing at 10% because it gives me a lower average of my possible outcome. So then when I achieve my outcome, it's better than what I'm seeing through this calculator. Guys, I highly recommend you do that. Don't come in here and put in like 14%. Okay, I see some people doing that when they're promoting. They put in a stupid number, and it's like, why would you want to do that to your downline, right? Like they're not going to trust you if you do stuff like that. So you can see there, at the $5,000 level, you're earning 7% of the 10%, okay? Because we're going to talk about that soon. But on the investments page, it shows you how much you earn for each level there, okay? And so with $5,000 within a month, if you're just to withdraw $5,000 from your $5,000 and not even compound, you would make roughly like $350 a month, roughly, give or take, a little more, a little less kind of thing, right? Okay. And then this gives you an outcome of 3 years. If you're just to compound, you'd be over $50,000 and you'd be making like $4,800, $4,700, $4,600 a month. Okay, after 3 years of compounding from $5,000. So with S Group's track record, and we all know by now it's not a freaking Ponzi scheme. It's the real deal. Like this is possible, guys. This will be me next year. Like in 2023. This is me. I'll be in S Group for 3 years, right? Okay. So of course I've done a lot better result than that as of even right now, but this is what I'm saying, guys, is it's totally possible. Like if you're sitting there and this is your, you just funded, or you're waiting for your deposit to go through into S Wallet, like really start planning this stuff out, guys. Start thinking about it, because it's totally possible for you to achieve stuff like this, right? It's totally possible. Okay. Because you've seen real proof. Myself, you're in the EN chat group. You see the other members in there. You can ask them, hey, where did you start? Where are you at now? How long have you been in it? Blah, blah, blah. What kind of withdrawals are you doing? You can ask these kind of questions. And they're real people. They'll tell you, right? Okay, so it's important to get in there. It's important to set goals. And guys, it's how you get ahead in life in anything is you need to set goals. If you, like, honestly, if you don't have goals, you will not achieve anything. Okay, if I didn't say to myself, hey, I want to get to $5,000 in my first 30 days, which I didn't have $5,000 to invest in day number one, right? So how did I do that? I recruited, I worked my ass off. I've got 600 something videos on YouTube right now. I went like crazy. I think I did 3 videos a day for my promotion when I first started, and out of pocket, what I actually funded within my first 30 days was like $2,000. So the $3,000 I brought in through commissions. So even like that, guys, if you're in a situation like I was where I just wasn't financially fit, you can do stuff to create a better outcome for yourself. Like you can promote, you can go and sell some of the crap you don't use in your house. Like I did that as well. This year I sold an old car that I just didn't drive anymore. It was an old classic Mustang that I bought years ago, and I just wasn't driving it. So I sold it, and that's how I got the $30,000 to invest in my wife's account, which you just saw there. Okay. That's where I got those funds from, if anyone's wondering. Okay. So set yourself goals to get ahead. And throughout this video, constantly go and check your S-Wallet to see if the funds have shown up, because you can always come back to this video, guys. The most important thing is that you get started. That's most people's issue, is they get excited, but they never actually do anything, right? Okay, so also if I go in my account, we can talk about the commissions and all that kind of stuff, because I've got a team in my account, right? Okay, so there we go. I'm inside my account. I've got, as you can see up here, guys, I've got $46 in commission. So I've made that in the last, 30 minutes or something like that, because I just put those investments in her account, and I was using my commissions as well to put in her account. So, you can see I've got, the investments over here. So I've got 103,380 in the Forex market. I've got 2,313 in Liquidity Mining. I've got 15,000 in S-Pharmaceutical, and then S-IPO, I've got 500 in there because I'm just testing that out because it's the first year for that. Okay. So over here, last 30 days of income through all these investments, which the only investments that are paying me on a passive income, a daily passive income, are Liquidity Mining and the Forex market, and the S-IPO. I've only earned this $45 from it, which I think you earn every 6 months from it. I'm not really sure. I'm just testing that one out, guys. It's a new investment for 2022, so don't want to talk too much about that one because I don't know that much about it. But you can see here, guys, in the last 30 days, just through the passive investing, I've made $9,042 USD. Okay, this is the token, the cryptocurrency that they use, which is 1-to-1 with the USD. So 1 USD is 1 SWCT. Okay, so if you know about cryptocurrencies, think of it as USDT or USDC. It's basically the same thing as that. It's 1-to-1, right? Okay, so that's just over $9,000 through the passive investing, and that's not including the commissions as well. The commissions is like another $10K a month. So doing pretty damn good in here. And this is just my account. We're not talking about my wife's account. Okay. So down here, you'll see your little scales. Okay. When they put this in, it wasn't correct for these first 4 months that you see here, but these last 2 months, this is since it's been in here. They're correct, as you can tell there, obviously, right? Okay. So this stuff's pretty self-explanatory, right? Up here, you've got your balance. So just remember, SWCT is the exact same value as USD. So if you see 46 SWCT, it's 46 USD. Okay. Very, very simple, guys. You don't have to break out your calculator or figure that out, right? Okay. So that's the dashboard page. Investments, we already started to talk about that, but I want to log into my account so I can actually show you guys the investments because I've invested in all these. So the Forex market, you can see here. Oh, sorry, we're on S-Pharmaceutical. Forex market, you can see here. We'll just work our way down the page. There's a little video there on what is Forex basically. Okay. This is your plans. Okay, so depending on where you are, like for instance, I'm over a $50,000 investment. You can see I've got two $50,000 investments in this account here. Okay, so my plan, if I was to go buy, I'd be here. So I'm always earning $85.15. Okay, even if I buy a $100 investment, Like say I have $100 up here and I'm like, oh, I want to buy a $100 investment. If I was to go and buy a $100 investment, because I have over $50,000 invested in S Group, I would be at this level even if I bought a $100 investment. Okay, so I'll just explain this one more time. If there's a $100 investment down here and I have a $50,000 investment, I'm earning on that $100 investment $85.15. So same thing. If you have a $5,000 investment and your monthly income from that $5,000 is $500 and it creates its own investment, it's not going to earn 60-40. It's going to earn 70-30. Okay, so that's how you can scale and compound even faster, because your profits through earning, right, that become your new investment after 30 days, they're at the same earning level as where your big investment is that you've combined all together, right? So that's why you can combine to 50K and be earning at 85.15. So you're earning 85% of the profits. The company's earning 15% of the profits. So also, this answers the question of how does the comp plan get paid? You know, if you've looked at it and seen it, it's kind of ridiculous. Like people are making $1 million in the comp plan. Like I've already made almost $200,000 in the comp plan. Like it's crazy, guys. In like a year, it's nuts, right? So how is the company able to pay that, right? It's able to pay that through the members investing, because they're making profit off the members' profits through investing. Okay, so you're funding and you're making profits, and they're making profits off your funding. Okay, off your investing. Okay, so look at this now. Okay, and this is kind of hard to wrap your head around, but this actually works with the average human mindset. Is the average human mindset. I'm not bashing anyone that's like, I can't make it to 50K or whatever. I'm just saying the average human mindset is not to have $50,000 invested, right? The average human mindset is probably to start somewhere around here. And sure, they might come in thinking, I'm going to get to 50K, but soon as they get to these levels here, if they've started here, right? And after a couple of years, they're here, what ends up happening is they settle. They're like, I've done great. You know, I'm making $5,000 a month or $1,500 a month from my investment. And hey, that's where I started with, right? So the average human mindset is to settle. The system works with that, okay? So you think about all the people that come in. If I was to show you guys my team, there's hundreds of people here at the $100 level that have been there for years. They just don't get going. They put in their investment testing funds, and they get sidetracked and they go do other things, or they invest in crypto and they lose it all and they're like, oh crap, I don't have any money. And then they forget about S Group. And guys, I have people that have invested $100 and they have $180 sitting up in their balance up here because they haven't logged into their account in 2 years. Like it's kind of nuts, but it's true, guys. Okay. So with knowing things like that probably most likely the average person doesn't have it in them to make it to these levels. Guys, the system works with that because it's making a ton of money off those people. Okay, so hopefully my computer doesn't crap out on me here. I just got a message that it's using too much power to make my video. But it's pretty self-explanatory, guys. You fund $100 into here, you're making 50% of the profit. And also the calculator that I just showed you, it's set up to show that as well. Okay, so if you plug in $100 into the calculator, it's showing you the 50% profits that you're making. Okay, so if you set it to 10% a month, it'll show you 5%. Okay, so it's accurate. Okay, so 100, you're making 50% of the profit. The company's making 50% of the profit through your funding. Okay, this one here, $500 USD you've invested. In your investment, you're making 60%. The company's making 40%. Okay, so I think you understand what I'm saying. And of course, the $50,000 level, you're making 85% of the profits. So if the profit is 10% that month, you're making 8.5% of that 10%, and the company's only making 15%, or sorry, 1.5% of that of that 10%. Okay. So pretty awesome. Okay, so let's move down here. This is something fun to look at. Okay, so when earnings come out, right, this is what gets updated first. Okay, so you'll see this graph get updated, and then within the next hour, you'll see your earnings show up here on the daily income. So this is always fun. Log into your account at 9 p.m. EST. Most of the time, when you log in, this will be updated here. You'll see the daily percentage, and I always kind of freak members out, the new members, because I put this in group, a screenshot of this, and they're like, how do you know the percentage? But they don't know that it comes out, the first thing to come out at 9 p.m. at night. So I always kind of freak them out. They're like, how do you know that? They think I have like the inside scoop or something. So anyways, if you team build, that's something you can do to your team, is be like, yeah, you're going to make 0.84 today in the next hour. And they're like, how did you know that? Okay. So yeah, that's pretty neat, guys. You can look at this data here. It goes back to the start of 2019, it looks like there. Okay, there's older data that goes back to 2018. I'll show that to you later on in this video. And yeah, so next thing down here is your balances. So we talked about this at the start of the video. Like if I was to click select all, it shows me what's in my monthly income balances there. So this one's been going for 6 days. So in the last 6 days, this $51,760 has made $1,094 US. In the last 14 days, this one here has made $2,007. Okay, and that's the combined income, as you can see there. So if I was to go and click this combined deposit, it would combine both of these together and send this balance up to here. Okay, so when this one here is on day 90, I'll do a withdrawal of that. It'll automatically do it for me and send it up there. When this one here is on day 60, so you can see how I have these staggered, guys. Every single week it's giving me something, right? This one here is day 60. It's going to send this balance here, right? Whatever it is on day 60, it's going to send it up there. Okay, and then I do a withdrawal. I just log into my account every night. I look at things, and if there's money up here, then I do a withdrawal. Okay, it's very, very simple. It's not rocket science, right? Okay, so that's it for that. We kind of talked a lot about this before. You can come around here and like hover over stuff and read it, all that. You can click this and it tells you more information about your... Oh, no, it didn't log me out. Just took its sweet time to do that. So this is just more, data on your investment. It tells you the daily earnings there. Okay, so for instance, these 2 days were kind of on the lower side. We had another good day there. And this is just on each of those, that one investment. So you can see there, it's just telling you about that one investment, not all of your investments. So I like to look at this page here, guys. If I have, of course, if you're sponsoring, you can't just go and see this data on your finance page because you'll see mostly commissions and stuff. So if you want to look at just the daily earnings, say over like 3 weeks or something, and add them up or whatever, you can come in and do that through this page here, which is kind of fun to do. Okay, so next page we're going to go to is finance. Okay, and on this page here, we talk about replenish and stuff, which is actually on the video below this one. If you're on the web page to join me and all that kind of stuff, the video below, we go and we use the replenish tab, which is actually to fund your account. So I won't talk about too much of that in this video here, just because we don't need to. And I have a whole video on how to withdraw. And actually, if you go down to the bottom of this page, there's a team resources tab. If you click that, there's like 20 hours of videos that you can watch on different topics and stuff there. And one of the videos there says withdrawal on it, and that's about withdrawing. I just show you how to withdraw basically in a video. It's simple. Guys, most of this stuff, like, you probably don't need to watch these videos for most of them, but it's just good to just sit there and watch it, because then you'll understand how to do it and you don't have questions, right? The worst thing is like you're trying to learn something and maybe there's one little thing that you can't figure out, and then it takes you your whole day just to figure it out. So that's really why I make these videos, is for those people that understand, hey, I'm just going to sit there and watch this so I know when the time comes, like I know, okay, yeah, I've seen that in that video. I know what to do, okay? So withdrawal, guys, it's really simple, right? I've got a balance up here of $46. The minimum withdrawal is $50. The maximum withdrawal is the value of 2 Bitcoins, like $42,000 in one withdrawal. But here's the thing, is I can withdraw more than once a day. Like I could, say I was at level 16 in the careers page, I'm probably making more than $40,000 a day. because I've done $25 million in sales, and most likely my investment would be $1.5 to $2 million or something like that. So I'm definitely making like, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. So I might make more than $40 in a day or $40,000 in a day. So what I could do if I wanted to, if I'm making that much money and I wanted to get it out, I would just go and do 2 withdrawals. Okay. So, you could think about that. Okay. Cause I have videos out there where I've done like 3 withdrawals in one day. Of course, not 40,000 each withdrawal, but you can do more than 1 withdrawal in a day is what I'm saying. Okay. So that's that. You select what you want to withdraw. So you got SWP token there, which I won't even talk about in this video, because really get started with the Forex market. Don't worry about the other investments as of now. Once you hit your investment goals in Forex, then, you can think about other things. So to withdraw, you're withdrawing that token there. In the video below this one, I show you how to sell your cryptocurrency to buy that token. So it's basically you just do the opposite in the exchange in the S wallet. This page right here. So for instance, if I have the token, I've just withdrawed it. I've got like $5 in there right now. And I want to withdraw Bitcoin to send to my trading account or whatever. I want to withdraw Tether, USDT. Okay. Then I would just hit that, and it's going to do its thing. It's going to exchange it over. Okay. So it's really, really simple, guys. It's super no-brainer stuff. Okay. So there's that. And then this next one over here, guys, this is the transfer to user. So you can see here, I've been sending funds to my wife's account, the commissions that have been coming in. I send them to my wife's account to build up that next $50,000 investment. So you can send to any member in the system. All you need to know is their username. Okay. So that's finance page for you. We'll go to the careers page. So the careers page is only if you're team building. Okay. So about the actual comp plan and how it works. Okay. I have a whole separate video on that because it's extremely difficult to wrap your head around. And I don't want to get people frustrated and then be like, I'm not sponsoring because I don't understand it. Okay. But if you're interested in sponsoring, you can go to the team resources button below. Once you've went through the, how to fund your S group account and get invested and all that kind of stuff, because you can't make commissions without investing, right? So you got to watch the full video series that I have here for you. But yeah, go to that team resources page and watch that video about how the comp plan works. Okay. So I'm going to tell it to you in a nutshell here. The commission structure here, I'll just go by invest. Okay. And you think of the commission structure, I'll pick someone with a team, big team. So this guy here has a big team, right? And we go and we can see, and there's a whole video on this. Okay. We can see here that, there's multi levels down, and I could keep on going here, guys. I won't keep on going, but I could keep on going there and keep on going and going and going. And I think right now my team is about 9 or 10 levels deep with some of my partners down here. But you can see that from my first line, as of right now, I'm earning 14.5% commission. And then from that guy's down line, from everyone down, I'm earning 1.5% commission. Okay, so this does change if the person that you've sponsored doesn't have a huge team. Okay, so you can see this guy here is doing awesome. He's got lots of people funding, but it's nowhere near the last guy there, right? So if I look at his downline here, you can see I'm earning 2.5% off his downline. Okay, I'm earning 14.5% off him because he's my direct referral. So if I was to go to someone, we'll just go to someone way down here that's at, we'll take, we got to get past all these guys here. So we'll take this guy here. Okay, so he has an investment of $2,160 in S Group there. And then as you can see there, guys, I'm earning 14.5% off him. And then from his downline, I'm earning 7.5%. So it all depends on like how much their downline has funded as well. Okay. So here's something else to think about. Okay. When I move to the next level here, so if I open up the comp plan here, and I'm not going to, once again, I'm not going to focus too much on this, guys, because I could talk about this for 2 hours long if I wanted to. But once I move to this next comp plan here, guys, of 15%, as of right now, I'm at 14.5%. When I do another 1.731 million in sales, which I'm like halfway there almost, I'll get 15%. Okay. And for instance, from this guy here, I would earn 3%. Okay. So the higher you go in here, the more percentages you earn from everyone. Okay. So from this guy here, I'd earn 15%. From this guy here, I would earn 3%. Okay. So imagine this, when you get to 16% in commissions, I would earn 16% from this guy. And from this guy here, I'd earn like 5% or 4% or whatever it is. I think 4%, right? Okay. And 4% from everyone in your downline when you've done, except your direct referral there, when you've done $25 million in sales, it's, you know, you're earning millions and millions of dollars per year in commission. Okay. So that's why I'm saying, and I showed you on the investments page here, I'll just go back here and show you that, you know, another big question people ask is, how is that comp plan paid? Once they understand how the comp plan works, their question is, how does the company make this amount of money? Okay. This is how, is that, you know, of course, if those people have come in and they're sponsoring, right, and they're getting a commission, it's from someone that's funded. Okay. And that someone that's funded, the company's making money off them. Okay. And think of it, not everyone is here. Like, look outside your window. Does everyone you see out there drive a Lamborghini? No, because not everyone is at the top, right? Most people are driving old beat up cars, or they're driving like a Honda or a, you know, they're not driving like amazing stuff is what I'm saying, right? So most of the people, they settle for what, you know, they settle in their life. They're like, I'm doing good enough kind of thing. And that's the mindset of most people. So the company works with that. Okay. The company knows most of its members are here. They're not here. Okay. Most of its members are here. Okay. So I'm going to show this to you once again, so you really understand this, how the comp plan is being, you know, how they can even pay that. Okay. Because even right now, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I've been in here for 2 years and I've almost made 200,000 US from the comp plan alone. Like, that's insane. And I'm not a big promoter in this system. Like, there's hundreds of people above me, right? And I've only been in here for 2 years and I've made this amount of money. So those hundreds of people above me, they're making like boatloads more than me. And how can the company pay for all that stuff? Okay, so this is it, guys. If you really dig into this stuff and you think about it, how the company actually works, you can see this stuff. Okay, so this will never calculate. I've let it sit there for hours and it never calculates, because it's going through, there's about 60,000 active members in S Group right now. And you can see if there's roughly 60,000, okay, if you watch their webinars, it says 50-something thousand, and the last PDF for the webinars was put out about 6 months ago. So there's probably 60,000 plus right now active members as I'm making this video. And you can see here that on level, the second level in the system, so level 2 at 7% commission, there's only 11,330 people. So most of the people in this system, guys, right? If you calculate all this here, there's like what, 25,000 people, and the rest of them, so that 40 to 50,000 people or whatever, they're here. They've only invested like $100 in the system. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. The system works with the average human mindset, as in the system's making as much as most of the members are in the system off those members' investments. Okay, so once you understand that and you plug into that and you think about it, it's like, oh, okay, that's how they're paying out these crazy, crazy commissions and these crazy bonuses. Like, if I do 25 million in sales, and even if it takes me 10 years to do, when I hit that, they're going to give me $1 million bonus. And throughout all these bonuses, I've made 700 something thousand through my bonuses, and then they're going to give me $1 million bonus, guys. This is how they're doing it, is they're working with how the average human mindset goes through this stuff, right? If it wouldn't work if everyone was here, or even everyone was at the level that I'm at, right? Because you would be making more than the company's making. So it wouldn't work. It works with how the average human mindset works, because they know that most people don't have it in them to even make it to 10.5, right? To the fourth level here, because 3% of a member base promotes. Guys, 3% of a member base promotes. Okay, so here's something else to think about here. Okay, so if we go back to personal marketing, and this is the last thing I'm going to talk about on the careers page here because I have once again, I have a whole video on it. Okay. So think of this now. Okay. So the 5%, so level 1, level 2, and level 3. Okay. So level 3 is the 9%. You can come in and fund $3,000 and you'll be at 7% commissions. You can come in and fund $10,000 and you'll be at 9% commissions. Okay, so there's also that to think about there, right? Is the people that are coming in and maybe they don't even want to promote, okay, they can put themselves to a 9% commission. Okay, so for instance, for me, if I had a lot of money when I first got started, I would have just done that. I would have come in at $10,000, 9% commission, and I would probably already have my $150,000 bonus, which I'm working towards now, because I would be like a year ahead of where I am right now if I had done that, guys, because I came in and I started here because I didn't have that much money, right? So I started there, right? Okay, so anyways, that's kind of the last thing I'm going to say on this page here. Now we're going to move on to the company news, which is basically kind of nothing that we would be concerned about because it's all in Russian, right? And I don't speak Russian. So this is where they put out their scheduled announcements for webinars and all that kind of stuff. So you can come in and look through this. It is in English, but you got to remember when you go to the webinar, they're not going to be in English. They're going to be in Russian. They're going to be there's a lot of Spanish webinars because the Spanish community is actually way bigger than the English community. Guys, in the English community, there's only like 200 of us, right? Support. I've used this a couple times. Whenever I join a system, I always message support just to see how fast they get back to me, how they respond to me. Do they even respond in English? Like when I first started, guys, those were the kind of things that I was thinking about is, hey, if I have a problem, can I get help in English, right? Because this is the majority base here is Russian. So next thing down here is S-Media. Okay, so these are all just the company videos, and they're just in each direction of the investments, so S-IPO and all that kind of stuff. The Forex market, blah, 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 all those. So you can watch these videos, guys. They're just generic kind of what is S-IPO, what is the Forex market, what is medical cannabis and all that, okay? Once again, I know I've said this, but I'd recommend you focus on the Forex market when you're first getting started in here because that's where you're going to have the most, the easiest time of compounding and building because it's, you don't have to fund out of pocket to compound, right? Okay, it's good. So there's that, okay? So next tab up here, okay, we're actually going to go back to investments and we're going to finish this off. Okay, so we looked at the Forex market. We talked about that. We saw my little investments that I had there. We'll go to S-Pharmaceutical here. So the maximum investment in S-Pharmaceutical is $25,000. I put $15,000 in here just because at the time, I was earning I earned $15,000 that month. And me and my wife talked about it. I've really, guys, honestly, I've become financially free because of S Group. Right? Not to beat around the bush. Like before S Group, I was trading full time. And if you trade full time, you're not financially free because you're on your computer all day long trading. So, yeah, guys, basically the last 2 years, I've just come into a lot of money. So basically what I said to my wife was I'm going to take what I make over the next 30 days and put it into S-Pharmaceutical. That's what I told her because she's, she wants to know everything that I'm doing with money and stuff because we got to pay our mortgage and we got to pay she just bought a Tesla, we got to pay that and stuff, right? So I said the next 30 days, this was back in March, I believe, or something, or April. I said I'm going to take my earnings from S Group, and over that month I made $15,000. Luckily, it's crazy, and I put that into the S-Pharmaceutical. Now, if you go and watch my videos, and that was only 6 months ago, guys, I'm making that in 2 weeks now. So you can see how fast things scale if you just focus and you concentrate and you team build and you just put your all into it. It's insane, guys. I know I'll be sitting here in 2023 at this time, and my income outcome will just be it'll blow my mind if I was to go back and watch this of how far I came ahead. And that's why I always recommend, and I talk about this on my YouTube channel all the time, is set yourself goals and, keep on moving and progressing and trying to get ahead, right? And when you hit a goal, kind of celebrate a bit. Maybe if your goal is to get to $5,000 within your first month, you get to $5,000 investment in your first month, go and do a $100 withdrawal and then take your wife or your husband out for dinner or something. Like, guys, hit goals, celebrate, publicly say what you're going to do. That helps out too, stuff like that. Okay. So this one over here, S-IPO, I don't know a lot about it because it's a new investment for 2022. There was not a lot of English content put out about it. There's this video basically, and then I don't think we had an English webinar about it. We had one about S-Pharmaceutical and liquidity mining and stuff. And of course, there's tons of English webinars about Forex market. And I've got my presentation video about Forex market that's an hour and a half long. But the S-IPO guys, basically you're investing in startup companies. Okay, so far I've made from my $500 investment, I've made $45 or something like that, and 166 days have passed. So right now the result I'm seeing from this, guys, and I'm earning 60% of the profit, right? And the company's earning 40% of the profit. So that's kind of always the deal with the investments. But right now I'd say I'm probably not going to do this next year, just because I would have been better off putting my $500 in the Forex market, like in all honesty, right? Okay, on to liquidity mining. This one here, once again, I want to be honest, guys. I'm not going to do it next year, liquidity mining. I just didn't really enjoy it. What I don't like about it is, yeah, it's good. You make profit, and it's daily profit 7 days a week, which is awesome. But to compound it, like these are all my compound earnings here. Every time you compound, you have to match with a USD value. So if I have like the token right now, this SWP token, which is the token they use for this investment, which they own, is valued at $4.04. $4.40 right now. So if I made, say, 20 tokens, okay, over the month, and then I want to compound my earnings, right, to make more the next month and the next year and whatever, I would take this and I would have to have available balance of times, 20, because we're saying we made 20 tokens, right? I'd have to have an available balance of $88 to make my investment to compound my earnings. Okay, so you understand what that means, right? Is that every time you compound your earnings here, you need an available balance in USD. So you'd have to fund, if you're not getting commissions and you're not using your earnings from some other investment in S Group monthly when you're compounding and such, you'd have to fund your account, right? You'd have to put money in your account to do this investment. So that's really what I didn't like about it. So I stopped doing it. In all honest truth, guys, I stopped doing it, right? Okay. So really my focus is Forex market and then S-Pharmaceutical. The S-Pharmaceutical earnings are going to be something, they're going to be less than the Forex market. If I was to invest $15,000 in the Forex market and compound and leave it for 2.5 to 3 years, I would make more in the Forex market, but it's good to diversify. And I put $15,000 in S-Pharmaceutical. Its outcome is in 2.5 to 3 years. It's going to make me about $100,000. But if you go and you take out the calculator and you put $15,000 in the Forex calculator that I showed you at the start of this video, you're making well over $100,000. That $15,000 would turn into well over $100,000 in 2.5 to 3 years, right? I think it's like 140 something thousand, right? So really, like, focus on the Forex market is what I'm saying. It's really, really good, okay? So that's it. Subscription here is you can get a subscription to promote the liquidity mining. I actually bought it, but I don't promote it. I just bought it just to support the investment end of things kind of thing, because it's always good. Like, I'm making good money through the company, so anything they put out, I'll buy it or I'll invest in it, kind of thing like that. So I bought this. I haven't made my $100 back from it yet, but that's okay. It's fine, right? I don't promote it, as I said, right? Okay, so that's basically it for this, all these tabs here. We're going to shoot on over here. So we looked at dashboard, investments, finance, support, news, and career, promotional materials, charity, auto program, report. This page is really, really important if you're promoting, guys. You got to understand that stuff. Merchant. In the video above, you saw that's how you get to the S wallet. Explore, I forget what that is. And then S Media is your video content, basically, on all the little investments that they have, okay? So we're going to start up here at promotional material. And then we're almost done this video, which is really long. Okay, so you've got all your different languages for promotional material. You can see this is promotional material in Russian for S-IPO. This is English promotional material for S-IPO. So if you want to promote that, that's Chinese. You know, there's an English start power. So this is about promotion, how to promote kind of thing. Okay, it's a PDF, start power in Turkey, German, Polish, Portuguese, Hindi. Like, they've got so many languages here. It's all about like how to promote and what they recommend you do, which actually works, but it's not my strategy that I use. Is they teach you how to do live events, okay, which is more of an MLM style promotional marketing that you'd see happen. I do internet marketing is how I promote, through vlogging, through videos, right? Like what I'm doing right now, basically. Okay, so Greek. It's just Romanian, like everything you can think of. Okay, so if you come down here, you can see the S Group presentation. So this is a presentation on all their investments. Okay, so I recommend you get the language that you speak. Like English is, it has a UK flag on it. Where is it? Right there, right at the bottom. Okay, so get that. You're English speaking. Obviously, you're watching this video. So get this one here, download it, and then just go through it and look at it, guys. There is some good material in there, and if you're sponsoring, it's always good to understand how the company wants you to promote. Okay, so it's good to download that and watch that stuff. Okay, so let's shoot on over here. Let's go to charity. Okay, this is something that I've never done. I might do it when I hit my like upper investment goals. Like say for instance, when I've done $500,000, the bonus from the company is $500,000. I'll definitely be making millions of dollars per year from the company, and I'll probably invest through here, or sorry, not invest. I'll probably donate through here, guys. Just, as I said, like I've basically just become financially free in the last 2 years. So let's work on me first, right? Okay. So, yeah, guys, that's something you can do when you hit the upper levels of the company, or if if I don't know, maybe you're financially free now and you're doing S Group as one of your investments in your portfolio. I don't know, maybe you can look at this, right? Okay, so that's that. Auto program, don't really need to talk about it because it's not for us. But what I do like to point out is this is how secure and stable the S Group company is for, think of this, guys. Okay. There's a lot of people out there that are not S Group members that are promoting other things, but they use the name S Group because it gets traffic, right? And they'll write blogs about it, or they'll do YouTube videos and stuff like that. And normally they'll say, oh, it's a Ponzi scheme, or it's a scam, blah, 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 kind of thing like that. So I can nip that in the bud right now and prove this to you that it's not a Ponzi scheme, it's not a scam, because of this. Okay, because this is how much the company believes in their profits that they're making through the investments that we're doing here. Okay, is this they have an auto program, so you can actually use your earnings to pay for a car. Okay, so do you think a Ponzi scheme would say, hey, yeah, we'll get you a car and we'll pay the monthly payments for it and we can take it out of your earnings? No, a Ponzi scheme is not going to do that. Okay, and what a Ponzi scheme is, for the people that don't know, is basically funds coming in. So when someone funds the website, that's actually paying someone else's withdrawal. So it's basically a ticking time bomb. Okay, most investment systems that look like S Group are Ponzi schemes. Okay, most of them. Okay, like 99.9% of them. So this is why I promote S Group so heavily, guys, is because I've been online for 13 years full time, and I've seen so much crap in my lifetime that I know S Group is the real deal. Okay. And that's why I don't promote anything else. Like you go out there, you don't see me promoting anything else. If you follow me on Facebook or on the YouTube and stuff like that, guys, I just don't do anything else because I don't need to, because I know that how rock solid this thing is. Okay. So think of that now, right? They're saying to their Canadian and members that are, outside of these countries, basically. You have to be in one of these countries to qualify for the auto program, because they've made a partnership with maybe used car dealerships and stuff. So if we go to the Russia one here, and you can see the list of cars that those Russian members can get, right? They're not like nothing special or anything, right? But these, I don't even know, I know what a Datsun is, but, they're not great cars, but Volkswagens and stuff like that, Toyota Camry, that's a pretty nice car, but they're used cars, right? So they're basically auto program with used cars, that you can pay for through your earnings through S Group. But once again, you have to be in one of these countries here. Okay. So it doesn't apply for us, but I like to show this in some of my videos because it shows the stability of the company and what they're thinking. Hey, this is how stable we know this is that we can go and sign agreements with these used car companies, get our members a car if they need a car or something like that, and they can pay through it through their earnings. That's how stable the company is, guys. It's crazy when you think about that. That's freaking awesome, right? Okay, so that's the only reason why I kind of show you that page and talk about it, because it doesn't apply for you if you're watching this video, most likely, right? So report page. If you're promoting, this is something that's extremely important for you to go and show your downline, is the report page, because this is the trading history from 2018 till now, okay? Sorry, not now, till March 14th, 2022. This gets updated about every 6 months. So this will be updated probably in the next 3 months, guys. They'll update this page here. But it goes back to 2018. Look at this little thing over here on the side. That's the scrolling thing. Like, you can see it's every single trade that they've ever done. Like, it's insane, this data. It's tons and tons of data. So if we go all the way down to the bottom, this is the thing I used to show at the start of these videos. But now I kind of show it at the end because most of the people that are joining me are coming through from my YouTube channel, and there's like 2 years of data on my YouTube channel, like of my progress and stuff. So you're like, if you're watching this video and you're on this page, most likely you've already made the decision, like, oh, I want to join S Group and I'm going to fund and stuff. So if that wasn't the case and I was just promoting S Group and I didn't have the promotional content that I have now I've got hundreds and hundreds of videos on YouTube about S Group and my daily progress. And, you go back to day number 1, I've got $100 in my account, and you go to day number 600 and something, and there's $200,000 in my accounts in S Group there, almost, basically. Actually, I think it is around, it's over 200,000 right now, because I have that $15,000 investment in S-Pharmaceutical, and I've got a couple $1,000s here and there. So it's over 200,000 bucks, guys, in 2 years that I have in my investments. And you see me withdrawing like 20 to 30,000 a month out of here. So it's insane when you think about it that way, right? So if you don't have that kind of result, this is the kind of stuff you need to focus on in your promotional material if you want to sponsor and recruit. Like when you're first getting started, if you watch my older videos, I would always focus on this stuff, right? Hey, look at this trading data from February 2018, 32%, which is crazy. You're never going to see that again. That's when they're figuring out the trading and all that stuff, right? Because you can see here it's like 32%, and then 4 months later you get a 10% month. That's not very safe, right? If you go down here and you look at the trading history now, the data, right? It's more across, it's more steady, it's more stable. Okay, this is actually what you want if you're trading. As I said before, I used to trade full time for a living, guys. You don't want to make a month where you're making 30% and then the 4 months later you're making 10%. Like, that's hard to pay your bills if you're doing stuff like that, right? Okay, because you could lose everything in the next month, right? Like, this here is really, really stable. You got to remember, in 2018 till 2019, right? So this first year here, there was no members funds in the system. This was all the original investors, which was the 5 owners, now there's 2 owners. There was 4 owners, I believe, in 2018, I forget. You'd have to go watch my older videos, but now there's 2 owners in S Group. The other 2 were bought out, I believe, or someone got divorced or something like that. I forget. But yeah, you can see here when the members pool started, guys, was 2019 was when the members pool. So when you could be a member of S Group and not just an original founding investor, I guess. Like, these were founding investors back here, right? So I don't know how many people, maybe 20 or 30 people. It was like the owners and their friends or something that invested through DDS. This video, I don't talk about DDS, guys. In my presentation video, I talk about DDS. So if you're watching this video and you're like, what the heck is DDS? It's the actual company that S Group uses for their trading. S Group company doesn't trade. It's just a platform where you can, where everything's managed, right? DDS is the actual company that trades. They trade for hedge funds. They trade for banks, you know, tons of stuff. Watch my presentation video if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so 2019 is when the actual trading in the pool started. So this is where you can think about S Group started in 2019. You can see here the profit is more, you know, it's more steady profit where you're not making like, oh, I know this is kind of crazy there, 26%, and then we have an 8% month there, but it's more steady across. And then you can see here 2020, it really starts to get good. And then 2022, our averages are lower now, but you can see here how steady it is with the trading, guys. It's super, super steady. Like, this is what you want to see when you're trading for a living, because it's steady income. I know that next month I'll make $4-something thousand a week, like 4,400 a week or 4,600 a week or 5,000 a week. I know that next month, every single week, that's how much I'll make roughly, right? Okay. If I'm back here, you know, like, sure, this week here, or this is a month, but for instance, if that was a week, then, you know, maybe I'm making $16,000. And then this week here, I'm making like $3,000. So, like, guys, when you're building up a portfolio and you're, you know, trying to make profit to pay your bills and stuff, you don't want this kind of income that's like, holy shit, looks like a Bitcoin chart. You want something that's steady. But again, you don't want something that's like the same every single day, because it means it's most likely a Ponzi scheme, because what business makes the same amount of money every single day? A Ponzi scheme, okay? So this is really, really nice here, guys, where our percentages are really even. They're across the board. If you invest 5K, you know, like, this is how much I'm going to make per month on average, right? It's very simple. We got enough data to back that up. There's almost 5 years of data here. Now it's almost 2023 right now, guys. Okay, so that's that. We'll get away from that page. I got to hurry this stuff up. Merchant, we saw that. That just takes you to the S-Wallet. Explore. I don't know what this page is. Oh, this is the token, which is not even in the system anymore, guys. We used to get paid in SNT, which was an actual investment in 2020 through S Group that turned into kind of a stable coin, I guess, that we used to get paid in. We don't use that anymore, so they'll probably get rid of that page, actually. Now they use that, the system token. Here, I'll just show you right here. So the system token, please don't log me out. There you go. So this token here, SWCT. Okay. So S Media, we've already seen this page. Okay. So that's basically it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you saw that I kind of put everything I possibly could into this video here. And for sure, most likely, if you watch this video right to the end, you know, if you go and you look in your S-Wallet, that deposits in your S-Wallet right now. If it's not, this is what you can do, guys, is you can come over here. Hopefully it's not logging me out. You can go to transactions, okay? And you can look at this here. So you can see that's the deposit that I put in, which if you're watching this video, I've already made the video below. So that's why it says it's been sent to the back office. But this is the transaction coming through from the Kraken account there. And that's me sending it to S Group to make an investment. So you can follow this page here, transactions. You can go into your exchange or your wallet, which you sent it from, and that'll be the first place that it updates, like I showed you in the video above at the end. When I refreshed the page, it showed that it was coming through. So if it says like hash is coming, or you know, like a word that means it's being sent, right? That means it's still being sent. Okay, so if you've watched this entire video and it's still being sent, you might want to go and contact the wallet or the exchange that you're using, or look on their updates and see what's going on there, because it should be in your S-Wallet by now, guys. As you saw there, mine took me like, I think about 5 minutes to get to my S-Wallet, and that's kind of the average, okay? If you're ever having problems with it, just message me and I can help you figure this stuff out, okay? Because I know cryptocurrencies, for people that are just getting started with it, it can be like frustrating and confusing because it doesn't feel like you're using real money, and it feels kind of scammy, right? So, you know, if you're having problems, reach out to me, guys. Message me on Telegram and I'll help you out. I'll look into things for you. I know how to look on blockchain and stuff like that. Okay, so that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See the one below this video on how to make your investment into S Group, and then hopefully one day your account looks like mine. And you know, guys, I'm making really awesome money through this system. It's amazing. It's totally changed my life. So I'll see you in that next video below. See you there. Bye.